We're talking about $100 million lawsuit, a Tupac threat that just came back to haunt him, and prison drama that keeps getting worse. I'm ranking every single update on a tier list, and trust me, some of these are absolutely wild. Let's get into it.
Diddy is in even more trouble this week.
So here's how this works. We've got a tier list today. S tier means the update is super shocking and unexpected. A tier is wild, but we kind of believe it. B tier is interesting, but honestly, we saw it coming. And D tier, that's just trash we already knew about.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bad Boy Weekly, Episode 4. If you're new, this is where we break down everything that happened with Diddy this week. And trust me, it's been crazy.
This man is fighting back from behind bars. He's filing lawsuits, making statements, and trying to control the narrative. And this past week, it's been absolutely insane. So let's get into these updates and see what tier they belong in.
Before we rank the updates, a quick recap. Diddy has been locked up in a New Jersey jail for months, facing serious federal charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking. On top of that, multiple civil lawsuits are piling up. His criminal trial is set for later this year. Most celebrities go quiet when they're arrested, but not Diddy.
Was required to wear a black dress. Everyone else was still wearing white. And I believe that the black dress was to establish and to let the partygoers know who to look for if you did want extras. And the black dress is the first time that I recognized that I was drugged. I got numb, I got loopy. I felt like a zombie.
I put him to sleep.
I don't like people like finger banging me and things entering me like that. And with the black dress, they would lift it up as I'm walking by and try to stick their fingers in my ass and stuff.
First update. Diddy just filed a massive $100 million lawsuit against NBC, Peacock, and Ample Entertainment over their documentary Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. He's calling it a hit piece full of lies and rushed reporting. In a sworn affidavit, Diddy denied involvement in the deaths of Kim Porter, Biggie, Andre Harrell, and Heavy D, and also denied blackmail, extortion, or using minors. His lawyers say NBC only used 3 weak sources and pushed conspiracy theories instead of facts. That's why this one gets a B tier, bold but not surprising. Now things get darker. A man named Steve Otis filed a lawsuit claiming Diddy drugged, assaulted, and threatened him back in 2012. Otis says Diddy told him, "If I can get Pac hit, what do you think can happen to you?" implying involvement in Tupac's death. Otis says fear kept him silent for over a decade until Diddy was jailed. Because this appears in sworn court documents, it's serious. That's why this update gets a tier. The lawsuit also claims Diddy used an escort agency called Cowboys for Angels to set people up, drug them, control them, and threaten them into silence. According to Otis, the system was organized and ongoing. While disturbing, similar patterns keep appearing in these cases, so this part lands in B tier. Finally, a blind item surfaced about Justin Bieber's early time with Diddy. These are rumors, not confirmed facts, but they're troubling because Justin was a minor back then. Old videos of Diddy and a young Bieber now feel very different knowing what's being alleged. Any claim involving a child is serious, which is why this one earns a tier. Scary implications, even if unproven.
Y'all probably don't know this one of my long-term friends, you know. I know she done good for herself.
Craziest story.
Yeah, but this was a long time ago before, anything popped up. So we just here on a Sunday, enjoying life. Sunday fun day. A couple of friends, love, life, laughter. So we were just talking about filters on Snapchat. I think Snapchat.
That's
needs
just
some
a
more.
filter.
Yeah, I don't need
Fun
filters.
facts.
Yeah.
Next update. Diddy's famous white parties may have had a hidden system. A woman on TikTok says certain guests were forced to wear black dresses while everyone else wore white. The black outfit was a signal. It showed who was available for extras. She says she was drugged, felt numb and out of control, and men at the party treated her like she was marked. If true, that means these parties weren't random chaos. They were organized with visual codes. Shocking, but since we already suspected these events had structure, this update gets B tier. Now it gets deeper. There are growing theories about connections between Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein's network. Both ran in elite New York circles, and after Diddy's arrest, other powerful figures started getting charged too, including former Abercrombie CEO Mike Jeffries and NYC Mayor Eric Adams. Jeffries had ties back to Les Wexner, whose money manager was Epstein. Jeffries was even held in the same jail as Diddy before suddenly being declared unfit for trial. Many see that as suspicious. The bigger picture. These men appear connected through wealth, power, and trafficking networks. Some believe Diddy is cooperating. Others think powerful people are trying to protect themselves. Either way, it looks less like one bad actor and more like a system. And that's why this update earns a tier. Next update. A deep dive revealed how close the Kardashians actually were to Diddy. Old, buried footage shows Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, and Kris Jenner attending his events and doing business with him for years. Knowing what's now alleged about Diddy's parties, the question is simple. What did they see, and what did they know? The family has stayed completely silent. And for people who usually speak on everything, that silence is loud. Because the footage was hard to find and their lack of response raises questions, this update gets a tier. Quick one. Diddy also got in trouble behind bars. His release date was pushed back a month after he broke prison rules by making a three-way call with his lawyer and a PR rep to draft a media statement. That's not allowed, so he lost phone and commissary privileges for 90 days. This one's D tier, expected, boring, classic Diddy trying to control the narrative. Now for the S tier update. Documentary warfare. Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian Combs, are producing a documentary to defend their father. That alone isn't shocking. But here's the twist. They're also making a counter-documentary about 50 Cent, who already dropped a viral doc on Diddy. So now it's doc versus doc, family versus family. Lawsuits turned into media battles with Netflix-level budgets. It's petty, it's unexpected, and it's pure chaos. That's why it's S tier. That's it for this week's Diddy updates. Which one shocked you most? Do you agree with the rankings? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode as we get closer to trial. Stay safe.